Yo, what's going on, guys? Notice I'm up in my office right now. That's because I have another AI computer running. As it starts to get a little colder, I realized, why am I not running my beast PC up here when Salad needs as many 50 series and 40 series GPUs as possible? The good news right now is that basically any 50 series card is getting instant jobs. We're gonna test it in this video. I need to actually turn this computer off and put a smart plug on it. So we're gonna do that and see just how quickly can I pick back up a job. This computer has a 5080 and a 7900X. In the past few days, I've very easily been able to just flip it on and immediately start earning. And now with this one included, I now have up to 10 AI rigs, which has led to some pretty sweet profits over the past few days. So let's get into that. I wanna show you my charts. I wanna show you what's going on with this rig. And then we're gonna talk about heating your house during winter. So it's getting close to the time where this thing is cranking some heat out into this room. And pretty soon I need to start changing up my mining farm in the garage and moving some miners upstairs. So I wanna show you guys what I have planned. Let's get into it after a quick word from our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Crypto Miner Bros, a reliable and highly trusted ASIC miner reseller. There are a couple huge benefits to buying from Crypto Miner Bros. The first is that the price on their website is the all-in price shipped to your door, no hidden fees. The second is that they have a massive selection of all the popular miners. My current favorite miner is the DG Home 1, which I got from Crypto Miner Bros. Don't forget to use code MODERN for $70 off each item regardless of price. Purchasing ASIC miners can be risky with tons of scams going around. Why not make it easy with Crypto Miner Bros? Check them out today with the link down below. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the interesting stuff first. This is my earnings dashboard. I did an update just a few days ago, but just want to show you how good things have been in the past few days. So 24 hours, we've earned $21, and this is not all my rigs. My 3090s are still on Okta. And in the last 7 days, 124. So that is the key right there, is that you guys know I've been battling power and internet issues for quite a while now, and I'll have really good days, but my 7-day hardly ever looks like a 7x multiple of my last 24 hours because I might make $20 in a day, but then over a whole week I might only make like $80 because of off time finding jobs. Well, that is no longer the case with this Salad update. So let me give this one more refresher here, and we can see that my jobs are staying all solid and pretty nice. So the new addition here would be the 5080. I feel pretty dumb that I didn't do this a long time ago. Obviously, this is my editing PC. I edit these videos on here, but there's a lot of time where, especially at night, when I don't make a video, that this thing is sitting idle, and I should have had it running AI jobs. Granted, the demand probably wasn't there until recently, but man, is it a perfect timing with it just coming up to winter. It's the perfect time to, if you have a gaming PC, throw it on one of these AI platforms. It's literally free money, and I will have my Salad link down below if you don't have a Salad account yet. So we can see here the last 24 hours, all of my GPUs. Now the one downside currently is that I do not have any jobs making that 26 cent 4090 sweet spot. I had my MSI card for about 12 hours, and then it dropped down, and it looks like maybe I just had another one pop back up, but we'll have to see how long that continues. I did have all 3 of my 4090s on 26 cent jobs for about 2 days, and then I lost internet again. And again, in a minute here, I'll show you how I plan to fix my internet issues, and I need some advice for the networking guys who are much better than I am at it, to give me your advice and let me know if my plan is gonna work or not. So let's dig in here a bit more. 7 days, we'll go to the aggregate here. Actually, we'll do the 30-day. You can see that 3 days ago, I had my best Salad day in the last 30 days at $23.17. And basically, we've been on the up and up over the past week or so, and that is due to this right here. So the demand, I covered this in the last video, is high for every single GPU on this list. It's looking incredibly good, and that is basically making it awesome. It's making it so even if I have internet issues, I lose internet for 10 minutes, I get all my jobs back within like 30 minutes, and it's not really that big of a deal. Whereas in the past, I'd lose them, and then I wouldn't have jobs for like 3 days as they all gradually got jobs back. So just to show you that point, I'll show you my Salad on here. So I am chopping on my 5080 right now, and I want to put a smart plug on my PC down here because this PC has like 11 fans. It's got RGB colors on it. I really don't know how much watts this is actually pulling in comparison to like just one of those stripped down AI rigs that basically only has a CPU fan. So I do want to go ahead and stop this and put and I guess I just realized when I started recording, it actually kicked me off my job anyway. So hey, we'll get a test how quickly we find another job. So I'm gonna pop the camera off here. Let's plug in a smart plug and see just how quickly do we pick up a 5080 job again. All right, so I went ahead and I've got my PC shut off now. So we should be able to pull this out. I always forget which of these power cables actually goes to my computer. Looks like it's the top one here. So let's get this plugged in. Now, what these smart plugs allow you to do is basically monitor your power usage both instantaneously and historically. So I'll be able to see just how many kilowatt hours this PC is using over an entire day, and then using my electricity costs, figure out exactly how profitable this is because of all that extra kind of hardware, the AIO, all that extra hardware that's on there. Now these are Govee smart plugs. I will have a link for these down below. They're one of my favorite things for AI rigs because the power usage is so all over the place. And with that, the time is 3:33. Let's go ahead and turn this PC on and see just how quickly we can get up and running on a job. My guess is under 10 minutes, but leave your guys in the comments below. All right, 3:35 now. We are booting up the Salad app here. And last time I did this, it literally switched to downloading job instantaneously. So might take a second here to get some of our chopping power back. It's only showing us 3 out of 6. Let's give that a quick second here. GPU usage disabled. I'm not sure why that would have ever been disabled. But there we go. Let's do chop now. Thank you, NVIDIA app. And we'll see what happens there. All right, and while we're waiting for that, not as instantaneous as I hope, but I bet it will be quick, I'd like to talk about my internet issues here, and maybe one of you guys can help me because this is something I've been battling for quite a while now, and Winnie is getting just as upset as I am. So I have Deco routers. Spectrum is my ISP, and every once in a while, hey, look at that. There we go, 2 minutes, and we're already on a job. That is the beauty of actually having demand for these AI rigs. That is awesome. So if you got a 50 series or 40 series GPU, they need it right now. Again, link is in the description. Back to what I was saying though, my issue is that every so often, probably once a week at this point, my routers will turn red. And actually the other day I saw this one turn yellow. This is the main one, and the satellite's in the other room. And then it'll basically just kill my internet, even on the wired connection. It drops all my jobs. I've contacted Spectrum multiple times, and they say they don't see the drops at the modem, so it must be on my home network. And since I don't have Spectrum router, they can't basically troubleshoot any further into my house. So ChatGPT gave me the great idea where I need to get a Spectrum router so that it hopefully will just communicate better with the modem. Maybe that's the issue, but I'll still be able to use my Deco units by putting them into access point mode, but this will handle like all of the traffic and stuff. So it will go modem to Spectrum router to my main Deco and then to the satellite. Now this is basically the last thing that I could potentially do. I don't have any other idea how else to fix this, but this also gives me the ability to have Spectrum help troubleshoot, because now they should be able to see the same internet outages that I'm seeing. So that's my plan. Let me know if there's any flaws to it, guys. I'm looking for anything at this point. I hate losing these jobs, even though it's not as big of an issue now. It certainly will be in the future, especially with all the investment that I put into these AI computers at this point. I need to get my network and power situation settled. Okay, so now let's discuss my plans for the winter. Obviously, this is my office. This will be running AI all winter in here, which is relatively heat intensive depending on the job. Right now, I've got a window open because it's 72, so it actually feels pretty good in here, but it was like 80 in here the other day. I've only been running this for like 3 days in here. I also maybe will be putting a couple extra AI PCs in this office. Sorry, it's an absolute mess, but that's what I'm planning to do in here. Let's check the other rooms. So as we come into the family room here, you may remember that last year I had my DG Home 1 sitting right here. Plan to do the same thing. I do still have two ASICs, my Jingle Miner and my DG Home 1. So one of those will sit right there. The other will sit somewhere over in this corner to keep the kitchen and the family room. She knows she's not supposed to have these pillows. Those are almost enough to keep these two rooms hot. And then the main changes I'll be doing will be down here in the garage. So let's take a look there. So here's the garage, the area you guys are probably very familiar with. The main thing that I need to do, not in this video, but very soon, is take these, I'll close the garage here so you can see that better. I've got screen material in all of the windows here so that my exhaust fan is pulling fresh air from there, and all of these windows, you can feel it. I need to close those off when it comes to winter because I eventually transition from trying to keep my hardware cool to keeping my house warm. And the easiest way that I've found to do that without moving all of this stuff inside, which as much as I want to move some AI rigs into the office, this little array of 9 rigs right here just looks so good. I don't think I have it in me. But so my plan is, in a video soon, we will fill all those windows back in, put the glass panels back in, shut that window, and then we need to do something about this huge opening to the outside back there, if I can get it to focus. And that is where, let's see here, this little piece of foam comes in. So I could take that fan out. Let me just get back here. So I could take this fan out of the window, but as you can see, it's pretty precariously mounted in there. So what I do is I actually just have that little foam piece that I fit into the window from the outside in, and that totally seals that window off. And then all of a sudden, this right here becomes a massive, basically, heater in my garage, and I need to figure out a way to get the heat into the rest of the house. And let me show you how I do that, and even how I cool my house down if it gets too hot. So the best method I've found to do that, and it's gonna sound pretty stupid, but basically just opening my door to the inside here and placing a little fan right here that's on a smart plug on, maybe runs 15 minutes an hour, to blow that heat up and into the house. So this garage will be like 90 degrees in the middle of winter, and it'll be constantly fed that warm air into the house. But my personal favorite feature is that if the house ever gets too warm, I have a great way that I can fix that. So that fan is still installed in the window, so what I'll do is I'll pop my foam out, turn that fan on, and then open all the windows upstairs, and obviously open that door behind me. And then that fan is pulling cold air through every single window upstairs, down the stairs, and out the window. So I can easily drop the temperature in my house like 10 degrees in 5 minutes. So too hot is never an issue. It's just trying to get enough heat. And I'm hoping to be able to do that this winter, though I probably will need to use my furnace. And I forgot I still have a 12 GPU mining rig. So maybe in one video, we'll turn this into 2 6-card rigs so I can put those in different spots throughout the house, because currently as a 12-card rig, it's too much heat, it's too much wattage to put on a single home outlet. So that's basically what I have going on in my home AI and mining farm. Now we are entering the best time of the year, in my opinion, for this kind of stuff. The free heat aspect cannot be overheated. I love the cool weather. Being able to just heat the house with these things is so awesome. So that, in combination with Salad having a ton of jobs open right now, is making a perfect storm for kind of AI home computing at home. So I really hope you guys like this video. If you're not signed up to Salad AI, making money off your PCs, check out the sign up link down below. And also check out my site GPU Deals on the way out. I've made some insane changes over the past basically 2 to 3 days, and I think you guys will really like it. So peace.